All right, good afternoon, fourth graders. As you know by now, Canvas is not working. Maybe it'll be working by the time you get to math, but as of right now, it's not. So I'm just going to give you your instructions and hope for the best. If I can, I'll just share this mini lesson with you. So today you're going to be in your second book. If you're in Miss Bollinger's class, I know she's given you copies of the pages. If you're in Miss Parker's class, I've just given you the second math book. So you're going to be working on page 775. 775, unless you're in Miss Bollinger's class and she gave you the worksheet, okay? Now, I want you to look carefully because it says metric units of length, okay? It says length is the measurement of a line between 2 points. Millimeter, centimeter, meter, and kilometers are units that are part of the metric system of measurement for length. So look at that first picture there. And that first picture, it looks like a notebook, okay? It says a millimeter, and the symbol we use for millimeters is those two M's. So it says a millimeter is about as thick as 6 sheets of notebook paper. So grab like 6 pages out of your book or out of your notebook. 6 of those is how thick a millimeter is. So that's going to be the smallest measurement of length that you're working with today, okay? Now look at the ladybug. It says a centimeter is about the length of a ladybug. So that's going to be the second smallest. It's still pretty small, okay? A meter is about the height of a chair. So any chair in your classroom today, that would be about a meter, okay? Now a kilometer is about 6 blocks. So that's going to be a stretch maybe across your classroom, okay? Maybe across the hall. So that's going to be the largest unit of measurement. So if we look at example 1 on page 775, it says example 1, Doug is growing carrots in his garden. He pulled out a carrot for lunch. Measure the carrot to the nearest centimeter. So they've got a little ruler there, and it says centimeters at the bottom. So it says align the 0 on the ruler with the left side of the carrot. So you're aligning the end of the carrot with the 0. And it says the carrot is closer to the 12 centimeter mark than the 11 millimeter mark. Do you see it? Look at the carrot, and it goes past that 11. That little green part goes almost all the way to the 12. So the carrot is almost 12 centimeters long, okay? It wouldn't be 12 meters long because that carrot would be bigger than 12 chairs, okay? So it's about 12 ladybugs is how you can think of it, okay? Now, I want you to skip ahead in your book, and I want you to go to page 781. 781. Or if you were in Miss Bollinger's class, you've already got that. Okay. Now this is the amount of liquid. This is units of capacity. It's how much liquid a container can hold. So you have liters and milliliters. Now, you've seen liters before in your daily life. Liters, that's like whenever you're having a party and you have a big liter of soda. So if you look, it has liter and it has a bottle. This size can hold a liter. Okay, those are those big bottles that you get for parties. Now a milliliter is tiny. So it has an eyedropper. Eyedroppers are really tiny because they have to squeeze liquid like in your eye, or sometimes they're to feed animals or things like baby animals. And an eyedropper holds about 1 milliliter. So look at example 1 on page 781. This is example 1. Decide whether 300 milliliters or 300 liters is more reasonable, or a more reasonable estimate for the capacity of the mug. Okay, so think about a coffee mug that you see a lot of teachers. I know Mr. Pennington and Miss Acevedo, they're always carrying around a mug of coffee. Okay, so decide if a mug of coffee would have 300 milliliters or 300 liters. So let's think about that, okay? 300 milliliters would be about 300 eyedroppers worth, okay? That's quite a bit of eyedroppers. 300 liters would be 300 bottles, like your soda bottles that you have at a party. That is way too much. 300 milliliters, that's a lot of eyedroppers. That makes sense. So a coffee cup would hold about 300 milliliters, okay? So I want you to kind of think about that, and that goes along with the measurement of length as well. What's going to make sense as far as the size go? Okay, when you work with your teachers, you're going to work more on the independent practice pages of those, and you're going to see what makes sense. Refer to these 2 pages I've given you to look back on, and that will help you with seeing what's reasonable. Okay, all right, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.